Hi everyone, good morning and once again welcome back in today's class. Day number 13, topic we're doing of the incident management. So in the last 2 days we saw and hear and deep dive a lot in the incident management. And we are still continuing with the same only. Okay. Now what I'm going to be discuss is mainly something part of incident management, but it can be part of other modules as well, like change, problem, kind of things. Okay, there's a concept in service now that is called the VIP user. Okay, that is called the VIP user. So if I come here and let me say I create a new incident, and I remember there's a one named Jonathan. Yes. Not this one. Let me search and tell you. User VIP. So VIP user is nothing. Okay, it's Jonathan Britton. So now you can see this. Okay. So number one, that VIP, this flag or this color is called the style. And it is not that you can create only one style, you can create the multiple styles for the multiple fields. Like if priority one, then it should be shown as a red color. If state is on hold, then it shows some different color. Okay, so this styling mainly or this particular field is mainly used to give a preference to the user. I'll take a same example. Let's say Surbhi is going to the office and a company director also going to the office. Both try to swipe the card and none of card is working. Then whose incident will be get resolved or who will get the first 20? Definitely the director. Why? Because he is considered or he is a VIP user. He cannot wait for the hours or 2 hours or half an hour to outside and then the card gets sorted out. But this VIP user has no relationship with this thing, impact, urgency and priority. This we use the VIP flag, the VIP style we use to quick filter out, to quick process. And if you want to build any kind of what I can say SLA, you can build with the VIP user. Okay, this is what the thing it's seeing, and this is an image, and this is kind of I can say the decoration. Okay, so if you go here and you can search for the VIP, not in the VIP, you go and search in the user table and you get a field called VIP. Let me show you here user. Let's say Abraham Lincoln. So as of now, that field is hide on this particular part. If I come here and configure form design, then I can see that checkbox true and false, that it is a VIP or not. Okay, there's the number one part, and it helps you for the search as well. So like this. So save and reload. So you can see this VIP true, VIP false. And if you want to see that how it's coming red and green, you can go and see, check the styles. Field style. And you can see here. So like this, like background color like this or this. It's a good one. It's a good one. If you notice this thing, let me show you one more example incident and click on the all. See this. These are styles. I work with a client who are using these styles a lot, specifically in the agile format. If story is stuck on the hold status, then it's completely red. If story is in progress, it's a green. If story is done, it's a gray. It is just kind of an identification, quick identification. There's a concept called the come in the security incident management. That's called the TLP, traffic control protocols. It has a different color, red, green, or amber or white. The purpose is that by seeing the color, you can identify that what is this particular stuff is coming here. Okay, now this is the first point. Let's come here.
Sorry,
Go ahead.
Abdul.
Go ahead.
Thank you. Just to verify and to confirm with you that with VIP user, we have just specific SLAs, just for.
If you want, you can create, but in the baseline system, in the out of the box, it's different. If you want, you can create it. That's fine. Okay, so in the out of the box system, ServiceNow is giving nothing special to the VIP other than the style.
Okay. I understand. Okay, thank you.
Good. Now let's come to this part. You can see this, right? These 14 to 14. From where these are coming, or what particular field it is called? It is called ref_AC_column. There is a property, sorry, not a property, there is a field available in the color field which identify. I tell you why white space required. Okay. Okay. Let's say the same example I gave earlier as well. Let's say Farah called to survey desk. Okay. Or Farah is working in the survey desk team, and she got a call from the US. Okay. The employee say, my name is Bhumi Bekison. Farah says, sorry, what's your name? Because we know that the accent is little different. Farah tried 2-3 times, but not able to find out the right name. So she said, okay, can you spell it for me? Then she spelled the name and Farah got it. The problem is that by doing this exercise, she spent a lot of time. Maybe she need to be finished the call within the 3 minutes, but she took 3 minutes just to understand the name so that she can put in the caller. So now if I want to be search with the employee ID, then I have to make a change in the ref_AC_column. This is important from the examination perspective, guys. Okay, this is important. So mainly what I can say that with this particular attribute of color field, I can define a new way to search. So what I can do, come here and configure dictionary. And if I go down here, attribute, this one. Okay. Reference contributor. And here I can see it's a reference, it's a value, it's access control. Let me see it. Cause the UI macro involved on the field and in the form. Okay. It's a ref condition. Okay, wait. I guess I'm going in the wrong step. Okay, wait. So now what we'll do, we'll come here because it's little bit and get a new one. Okay, and what do we say? Reference autocomplete columns. This one. And value I can put email or department. Okay, that it should search. I am able to search. I'm able to search with the email. I'm able to search with the department as well. So I can say email, comma, department, and submit. Because now if you see in the incident form and update, Now, if I say able tutor, okay, I'm able to see. But if I say able dot, let's say at dot lead. So now you can see I'm able to search with the email as well. So this rf underscore ac underscore column help you to search with the other parameter as well, other than the default one. So like if I add employee ID as well, so like this where we have employee number. And here if you add the form in the form, if you add the employee number, and say, and you can bring this employee number in the ref underscore AC, then you can search with the employee number as well. So it will enhance your search capability. If I remove this, you're able to search only with the one option that is called the name. By default, it's been name. But if you want to search with the multiple options, then you can use this part, completer column. Important from that perspective that how it works specifically. Clear? Any doubt? Any question?
No, no question.
Okay, good. Now, these two, these are called the ref contributors. REF underscore contributions, which we opened just now. Okay, what it says or what it tell, it give me information about the user. This, that how many incidents has been opened by this user. So you can see here, show related incident for this user. And from where it is coming, if you right click again, which we opened earlier. And here you can go. This one. Reference contributions. And it says only show me the incident assigned to the user. Value, they are using some macro here. And with the help of that, they are showing it. Apply to column, reference, and all the things will be there. I'm not going technically on that part because it's not important on that front. Okay, but it is important to understand that what these things called. This is called the reference decorations. These things called the reference decoration. And the last, preview this record. Very much important. Also, if you see one more thing here, like if I come here, let me put BlackBerry. So like this, it has one extra as well. Show active task. So if you go in the service, you will find one more contributor, which is like this. Mainly these are called the macros, UI macros. You can create the UI macros and you can show that particular stuff. Okay, but these points like ref underscore AC column, ref contributor, VIP style are important from the examination perspective. Okay, now only one thing has been left, which is important in this domain, in this area, is this thing. When you open this, you find this form. What this form is called? This is called a sys pop-up, SYS pop-up, which provide me a basic information about the user. So now if you go here and you will click here, sys pop-up, like this. I tell you, one of my customers says, can we bring employee number in the incident form so that my user can easily search it? I said no, because incident form is already heavy. It's have a lot of fields. So what we can do, we can bring the employee number in the sys pop-up. So like this. So as of now, you see there's a no. Okay, it's coming as a default. Good. So otherwise, we have to be add this particular stuff in this or this particular field in the sys pop-up. You can remove, you can delete, up to you. But in the default, it's coming like this only. Okay, and if you click on the open record, go ahead, Tejas.
How to edit Atul like this form, sys pop-up form? Like, is it like just linked with the user form so
Same.
that it is coming, or?
Let me check. There's a sys not. I'll see. Go to the dictionary only from where we can find out. Configure dictionary. And code no. I need to be checked because I heard somewhere that it is should be defined that where we can create this particular sys pop-up. Let me show here. Did oh it's a view. It's a view. Wait. I remember. So let me show a user admin. If I'm sure. Okay, user admin already there. Not here. Let me check here. How to edit sys pop. New heights. It's a view basically. How to get a new view and name it as sys pop of something. Okay. So we have to create a view, and under that we can use this as a sys pop-up. So like that we have different views. So like this is sys pop-up view. Okay.
Okay.
So we
Atul,
can create that part. It's I am still missing something there, but is my understanding say it's a view only, and we can use that view with the macros on the incident form. Okay.
Okay, Atul.
And if you want to open it, you can open with the direct link as well. Like give this up to this, then give the table name, and then there's a command called sys param underscore. If I not view sys, something is there. Underscore pop up. Some command is there which you can directly open that particular part in your browser itself. Okay. But yes, it is a helpful for the quick check on the related records. It's like a dot walking only, if I can say. Okay, because if someone say, can you bring caller location on the incident form? I cannot bring because it make these things heavy. So better what I'll do, I'll use the dot walking and show everything into the pop-up view. Sorry, here, not here, in the pop-up view here. Okay, at this particular place. Clear?
Yes.
Okay, good. Now, in the next part, if you see this form, there are the activity logs as well. Here, let me save this incident. Okay. And here we can go and we can check why I'm doing here. It's here, this thing. Okay. It is called the activity log configuration. What you want to see in the activity. It's a personalized one. It's not a global one. It's a personalized. If I don't want to see any kind of an email, then I will hide it. I don't want to see the attachments in this box. Impact incident state. So now you can see it's not becoming here. So if you want, you can do it. That's up to you. But generally we not prefer to make any changes on this part because sometimes these fields are important, which we may not use now, but later we want to be used it. So, but if you want to do, you can do. It's a personalized one, not a global one. Okay. Again, few things like if I'm an end user, I cannot see or I cannot see the work notes. I can see only my box additional customer visible because this is what I want to be sent. There's a difference between these two. Work notes has been used to communicate with the team internally. Additional comments has been used when you want to be communicate something with the customer. or the end user, not customer with the end user. Let's say end user is the right word. Okay. End customer or the end user cannot see these work notes. So it like I can see inside and outside from my window, but outside person cannot see the inside. He only can see the outside only of my window, that what's coming on the window at point of time. Okay, and one more thing again from the experience, once anything has been written here, let's say, or anything written here and post it, practically cannot be deleted. You see, you don't have any option to delete it. You cannot delete. But there is a place in ServiceNow where you can go and delete these as well, but not recommended one. I'll give one example. And it happened with me, so I remember this thing. I was working for a customer who are using the domain separation, means multiple customers have logged in a same instance. So I was providing solution to on one of the incident. By mistake, I put some sensitive information of other incident in the wrong customer work notes. And it's a sensitive information, so I cannot be sure, okay, so leave it like this. I reach out to my counterpart and he say, yes, it happens, we know. So there's a place in the audit logs, go and you can delete it. But it's not recommended anyhow. So I'm not going to tell that how to delete that part, but yes, it is feasible and possible case. You can still delete it, but you have to go to some audit logs, you have to find out and you have to be deleted or hide it from there so that nobody can see it. But yes, if email has been triggered, you cannot take it back. Email trigger is trigger. You can delete from the record, but not from the email. Okay, so this is little important to be understanding perspective. Now come on the little bit more basic things, because it is an implementation. So we need to be understand from the, what I can say. Okay. Sorry. So as we're in the implementation of this ITSM or the incident management, we need to be understand a little bit more about the implementation part and what few things which ServiceNow says. Where I mentioned these, did I delete it or what? Priority matrices. Okay. Other than this, the one more concept. It is called the categorization. Okay, and again, this is important from the examination perspective. We can categorize an incident like this. Okay, this is called manual categorization, that someone will come and read and update the categorization part. Okay, with the help of category and subcategory, we can do. It's not something on the practical, but from the implementation perspective. Okay, you can come, you can with the help of category and subcategory, you can categorize this. Remember, we are still in the categorization phase. We are still in the state one. We are still in the life cycle of the first step of life cycle, log and classify. So we're doing the classification here. Okay. By doing this way, it's good, easy to maintain, available in the baseline system. So you can create, if you want, you can create few more, but it's a best practice that should not be more than 7 to 10 in a category and should not be more than 1 or I guess 2 level of subcategory. It's not like that you're giving 5 level of subcategories. No, that's not recommended. Maximum 2 subcategory level 1 and 2 and maximum 7 to 10 is recommended. If you are having more than 7 to 10, convert this into the reference field. That will be more good. Okay, that is the one way to categorize the incident. What is the another way? The another way say that on the basis of your CI, you categorize your incident. Abdul, what is this? This is very new, right? So in the CMDB table, in the particular CI, we have a lot of fields available. Maybe you can use the class, maybe you can use some other parameter in the CI to categorize your incident, and that will be a automatic one. Why? Because it's driven through the CMDB. See, when I say I want to automate my system, what this means? It means there should not be any human intervention required. If my end user is raising an incident, it should get created automatically with the all field. Then these things can be helpful, CMDB. But the major problem is that to categorize your incident on the basis of the CMDB, we have to make sure that my CMDB should be enough strong and mature and robust. Otherwise, let's say if I put a wrong CI here, let's say this, how you categorize this now? What is this MacBook Air 13? It's a laptop. Then how you categorize this incident? It's saying query, help, or antivirus, something else. So for this, we have to, it is not like just based on name of the CI you can do. With the name of the CI or the class of the CI or attribute of the CI, you can define and you can categorize it. And I work with 1 or 2 customers who are using this functionality. They build the logic, they add one new field in the class level, and from there, they're driving it. That, okay, this is what it's going on. Okay, why I'm telling? Because it is important to understand. Because let's say Surbi started her career in as a server desk agent. She don't know what is category, what is subcategory. Then this thing will help her to do his work, to do her work. But now if I say, okay, for more than 15 years in the IT industry now, for us see any short description, say yes, category should not be inquiry, category should be hardware, because she has experience now. And with this, she's able to categorize that part. And where these category has been stored, this has been stored in the sys_choice table. Let me show you. This is a good question. Configure dictionary. It's a category and they're showing here as a string. But if you go here, sys_choice.list, you will find all the choices here like this. It is for all the modules, incident, change, problem, request, knowledge. Every module choices are stored here itself, not anywhere else. But the thing is that it has been defined, it has been mapped with the different modules. So like you can see 11,851 categories has been stored here. Now if I come here and will see. So these are the category. See, these are the category. These are the close code. These are the contact type, chat, email. But surprisingly, ServiceNow showing this as a string here. Type is string. See these things. This is what this particular point says here. 2 ways of category. Either you can do the help of the category subcategory, either you can take the help of the CIs. If you go for the CIs, it will be considered as automatic categorization. If you go with the category subcategory, it is considered as a manual categorization. And all the choices has been stored in the sys_choice table. Here you can see.
So Atul, I have a question here.
Go ahead.
If I mean, you said right, there a lot of times the client come up with lot of, I mean, they want a very big list of the categories and subcategories, right? So we need to make that a reference field. So in that case, we refer this sys choice table if we make that a reference table.
Yes, you can do that. But or You can create any new table and store there as well.
We can refer it to this. Okay.
It is one more thing. When we do the implementation, it is very early to say that shall we put everything in the sys choice table or shall we get a new table. So as per the use case, as per the already implemented system, what do we see that what is the best option? Remember the same example. Repairing the scooty at the age of 12 years is not a good option, but repairing the scooty at the age of the 4 years is a good option.
Yeah.
So you have to evaluate that what's present at point of time, where I can save the cost, where I can save this field. Is any other field available which I can use to store the data? Right? I tell you one example, simple what sometime when I started this business analyst journey, I was on the client side as well. Okay. So they said that we need to store a value in a field. So I said, okay, we'll create a new field. But my architect said, no, I'll let you know that what need to be do. Shall we go ahead with a new field or shall we use some different field? He found a field which is available in a out of the box table and we use that part. Use that field to store that value. Then I understand one thing. Like, let's say I have a almirah in my house. Okay. What is the basic purpose of wardrobe? To store the or to keep your clothes, right? In a good manner. But it's up to me. I'll store my clothes or I store my toys or I store my books. It's up to me, right? It is still serving the same purpose. It is still in my house. But how I want to be use it, it's depend on my need at point of time. Maybe tomorrow if I think no, I don't want this to be stored my books. It should be only for the clothes. I'll remove the books and put the clothes only. So as a consultant, it's not my work as a consultant, but it's architect work. But we have to understand that what is the best option to do this part. Shall we go ahead with the reference field of the choices? Shall we get a new field? Shall we accommodate in the same choices choice table? But yes, sys choice table is the right place as of now, I can say. Okay. And also before you make a reference, make sure that you work on the data, that how many categories they are giving it. Are any duplicate categories? Can we remove some unwanted categories? I'll tell you one more example on this part because it is important from the implementation perspective. We are implementing change management for a customer and they have 60 plus category in their legacy system. I said, okay, good. I'm happy. Then we pick up that 60 and we start what we did. We get, okay, give us the data of the last 1 year that how many incident has been raised on a category. Out of 60, we got only 30 are the top, which are used very widely. So rest 30, we remove it immediately. Now we left with the 30. Now in the 30, we find out is any duplicate like reboot and the restart. They're using two different category. Why? Because someone created in the earlier and they're using it. So remove like this as well. Then we see, then out of 30, we reach on the 20 only. Then we see, can we make something as a subcategory under this part only? And finally, we reach 7 to 8 and 7 to 8 as a subcategory. This is what in the implementation we have to be doing the foundation data. And don't think it's a boring job. It's a must job as a consultant we have to be do. This is what the value you are going to bring it. Otherwise there's no use of getting the foundation data putting in the service now. Cleanup, this activity is called the cleanup. So now you can see from 60 you just bring on the 5 or 8 max. Okay. So this is what we can say. Okay. Now the last part, which is in the form or in the first life cycle or the first life cycle phase, is called the prioritization. This one. If I change this, I'm getting this. From where this is becoming. Okay, tell me one thing before I go ahead. How many of you are be active on the ServiceNow community? Tejas.
No, Atul, not using much.
Very nice. Farah.
Since 3 years,
Are
almost
you
three
are you
years.
are you browsing it regularly?
It depends. Okay, it depends. But
Time
I
you
use, yes,
answers.
yes,
How many
yeah.
times you put some answers in that community?
It depends on the case. I don't know.
Oh, should be. What about you?
I refer it like on daily basis because I also do lot of coding, right? So in that cases I look for scripts and codes, but I don't put an answer there, but I read lot of answers from there.
Good. So
Mhm.
now make a habit.
Mhm.
At least spend 30 minutes in the
Mm,
community.
okay.
Either you know the answer, either you don't know the answer. Don't worry. But read the question and find out that why or what this is going to happen or what is be happening here. I'm telling you, this will help you to do a deep dive in ServiceNow. I was browsing yesterday. One person says that in my ServiceNow, every event is showing 4 hours after the creation of the date. Why it's be happening? The timings in the service portal and timing in the native view are the different. What can be the issue? One more example I give you. One person created a module, two modules with the same name, and now he want to merge it. Good question, good use case. Go and check that what is be happening. And I'm telling you, believe me, that it is the best place to enhance your knowledge free of cost. 30 minutes in a day is enough. It's actually enough. Take one or two questions, read about all the answers. If you get any solution accepted in that area, go and check that what solutions someone provided there. Believe me, few of questions I got it from there only for you guys and put in front of you. Chalo, now let's come back here. This is this is a concept called the priority matrix. Out of the box system, ServiceNow provide this, and this come under the data lookup. This in the baseline system, ServiceNow provides three lookups: priority problem, priority lookup for incident, and assignment lookup. We will discuss this assignment in the next stage when we go for the investigation diagnosis, because assignment is that point. This is what I'm talking. How this work actually. So we'll open this table. What is the difference between these two? LIST and LIST.
Caps and small. Small, it will open in the same page. If you type it in the caps letter, then it will open in a new tab.
Good, 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 good. Happy. So this is what ServiceNow provide me the priority matrix. 1 and 1 should be 1. 1 and 2 should be 2. But this is static value. To make sure this work, ServiceNow provide me the lookup definition here. It matches impact and urgency and setting the priority. Not going that how to create this, it's implementation. If you want to see that how we can create a new one, you can go and check batch 10 or batch 11, 12 videos. You will find it dedicated video on the top of on that particular series. Okay, but concept is that from where it is becoming. It is coming from this part. So when you change the urgency, it go here. Then it go in the background. What urgency you put? 1. What is the impact? 2. Bring it a 2 here. Okay, if you want, you can create your own as well. And see, we have a PI5 as well. planning 5. Generally, the customers I support that they have only P1, P2, P3, P4. Nobody has a P5. But in the baseline system, in the out of the box system, it has a PI5 as well. It is a static one. It will not work alone. It will work with the data lookup. So data lookup, see what getting changes in the incident form, go in the background, check the value and bring the value form here. This is what the priority matrix. Clear everybody till this point?
Yeah.
Good. Any question?
No.
No. Good. So with this, we have done almost our first phase, create and classify. Where we have a demo, we have a priority matrix, we have a service and impact as well. We see everything that how this services and impact is working. Tomorrow, I'll start with the major incident. It will take for tomorrow's one. I'm sure that we take one more day or 2 days more to complete this incident management. Okay. Tomorrow we are going to be discuss about the major incident management. I already activated the plugin in my instance. Let me see if I remember correctly. Major incident, I already activated that plugin. So we'll give a demo that how it's work, what are the trigger rules, what are the properties here, how the workbench is basically, but again, from the implementation perspective, not from the end user perspective. ठीक है जी, चलिए, let me stop the recording and take quick attendance now.